All right, welcome in. It's the Arrowhead Addict Chiefs halftime show. Patrick Allen with Matt Verderam and Sterling Holmes. Guys, I'm going to kick us off because I'm fired up. And I just want to ask our audience members, how does it feel to be rooting for the dumbest team in the NFL? And I mean that. This is this is a really poorly coached team. And it's all throughout the first half. The Chiefs should be thrilled. They should be throwing a fucking party in the locker room because they're only down 7 points. From refusing to run the football, which is on Andy Reid, from Steve Spagnuolo, who just doesn't know how to coach a defensive game plan in the first half in any game this season, to Dave Tobe and the horrendous special teams plays that happen week after week after week. What in God's name was Isaiah Pacheco doing? Catching that ball inbounds. They ended up at the 9-yard line instead of the 40.
The 6.
Meanwhile, Nick Bolton, you're getting off the field on third down, and he's like, oh, yeah, Justin Herbert's out of bounds. I think I'll just shove him into the fucking stands. They're so infuriating to watch, and they're still in the game, and they still might win because they have Patrick Mahomes. They are averaging 7 yards a carry in this game. Isaiah Pacheco is averaging 9.2 yards per carry. He has 5 runs. This is a team that has 3 of the receivers out now because Kadarius Toney pulled his hamstring. Doesn't matter. Andy won't run the ball. Won't do it. First down, 7 yards. Let's throw 2 fucking passes back to back. It's just absolutely maddening. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. I just all fucking first half. I was just like, I'm done. I have no more words. Go ahead, Verderam.
Look, I mean, you get what you deserve in this league most weeks, and they're a train wreck. And it's not just the coaches, although I agree with just about everything you said. It's the players too. I mean, Christ Almighty, how dumb do you have to be to field the ball that is clearly going out of bounds, and you're just like, no, oh, that's fine. I'm going to catch it and step out. And then I forget if this Collins with the 3. It doesn't matter who it was. So it's a rookie mistake. No, it's not. I don't give a shit if he's a rookie. Like, how have you ever played football? Have you ever fielded a kick?
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
This is the NFL.
My God, I would if that was a high school teammate of mine, I'd be like, what are you doing? Let the ball go out of bounds. I mean, you just have no awareness of where you are. But then, he did a toe tap, so he clearly knew where he was. He just I'm right on the edge. I don't care. That play rivaled by Bolton, who his only contribution tonight has been 2 personal fouls. He had 1 play in the backfield. Good on him. Other than that, 2 bullshit penalties. He face masked Eckler so bad they should have given him a 30-yard penalty. I mean, face masked for about 15 yards worth after the play. Then he hits Herbert late. But the thing that gets me, and you guys know where I'm going with this, I don't even have to say it, but I'm going to say it. Run the fucking ball. My God. How many games? You just ran well against Jacksonville. You have me at receiver at this point. You are running for 7 yards a clip, as Patrick, you pointed out, and Pacheco over 9. And they just can't do it. They don't want to do it. They can't be bothered. I know it is the dumbest take I will ever have. I admit that openly. I swear to God, I think they're bored by it. I think they don't want to do it because it bores them to death. It's like we have Mahomes. It's a magic show. That's what we are. I mean, you had the ball, the turning point of this game, at least to this point, 13-10. You get the ball back. Your defense gets a really nice stop. You get the ball at the 20. I think it was Pacheco. You run for 7 yards on first down. And son of a bitch, you throw it twice. I mean, and by the way, if you run the ball, you'd actually keep them off the field. But they can't do it because they don't want to do it. They are such garbage in the way they manage these games. That all said, they'll probably win because they're them. They'll probably find some way. Mahomes will throw for 200 yards in a quarter, and they'll probably find a way to win. But this is going to get them beat in January. I promise you, this is the way they play, the mistakes they make. They will lose in January because they can't be bothered to correct these errors that they make, both as coaches and as players.
Yeah, the Chargers will find a way to charge her in the second half. I'm not worried about that. Let's be real here. But the Chiefs have to run the ball. We're beating a dead horse, but somehow Andy can't get it through that this is what needs to be done. 9.2 yards a carry. 9.2. 3 receivers down. Is it this difficult? I mean,
Yes.
Derwin James, the last 2 drives, did a great job on Travis Kelce. Give Derwin James credit. The receivers aren't getting open besides Travis Kelce, right? So what do you got to do? Stop fucking throwing the ball. Let's give credit to the Chargers right now. Joe Lombardi calling a great game plan. I wish the Kansas City Chiefs would do that. How many times have you ever wished you would call a Joe Lombardi game plan?
They're balanced. They're balanced on both sides of the ball. And I will say, there isn't a single penalty, and this isn't about the refs. Let me be clear. This is not about the refs. The Chiefs suck.
Not even
right.
close.
But there was not a single penalty called on the Chargers in the first half. Like, come on, man. There's pass interference all over the place. They're holding guys, not a single penalty. So that's not helping.
I hear you. I can't get there. I just can't. I don't give a shit. They're not losing this game because of the officiating. I know you're not saying they are. But you know what, man? Like, how about you go out and play a normal football game? I actually said, I was watching the game. I was chatting with my dad during the game. See, if they had Belichick, they'd never lose a game, this team, ever. Because they wouldn't do this crap. They wouldn't take dumb penalties. They wouldn't catch a kickoff going out of bounds into 6 and step out of bounds. They wouldn't have, and I'll tell you right now, it wouldn't be tolerated. If it happened, it would happen once. And they would sit. They would sit. There was a game earlier this year, Isaiah Wynn, who is their starting left tackle. It's a first-round pick. He took a holding penalty. 1 holding penalty against Cleveland. They benched him for half the game. Like, he was not going to accept it. The Chiefs accept this crap. That's their problem. They accept it. Pacheco's going to be right back there returning kicks. Pacheco's going to be right back there, and if the ball goes there again, I guarantee you he's going to catch the damn ball again. He's going to do it again. They allow it. They permit it. This offense, the way they play, it's on Andy. Like, this is not on the players. This is not on this. It's not Bieniemy, which I know somebody's going to say it's going to drive me nuts. It's not Bieniemy. Andy Reid calls the plays for this team. You are running them over. They stink. They're the worst rushing team in the NFL, and they can't be bothered because they don't want to do it because it's not fun. It's more fun to have Mahomes drop back and throw the ball 50 yards behind his back like a Frisbee. That's more fun than just gaining 6 yards a clip. And until it's not, they're not going to ever be able to play normal football games. It's why they leave teams like this in it. They could have easily gone up 20-10 in this game. Yep. 13-10. The Chargers defense couldn't do jack the first 3 drives. Chiefs moved right down the field on them all 3 drives. They had a drop, which we didn't even talk about, inside the 5-yard line. It would have been first and goal. If they drop it, kick field goal. Okay, I'll live. Kelsey's phenomenal. He's going to make a mistake here and then. You got to figure it out. Like, you've got to just see the fucking game 5 feet in front of your face. I mean, but they can't do it. They don't want to do it.
What have you guys thought about the secondary? Because Mike Williams has been out for the majority of the game. Of course, he made the one Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson play. I don't know why he turns into Randy Moss in his prime against Kansas City, but he does. But L'Jarius Sneed has played a lot on the outside this game. For the most of the season, has been primarily the slot corner. What have you noticed from the secondary as a whole? It seems like Justin Reed, Juan Thornhill, they're getting burnt a lot. But what's your initial takeaway from them?
Yeah, they're Swiss cheese right now. They're getting torn up. Even without Mike Williams in the game and Keenan Allen only having a couple catches, Josh Palmer's going all crazy on him. And the other part of the problem is that they're not stopping the run. Austin Eckler's running all over. The Chargers have 76 yards of rushing on 17 carries. So the Chargers have a balanced game plan. The Chiefs, if they don't get any pressure, they can't hold up in coverage.
They stink.
Yeah.
Also, to your question, first of all, we didn't get the defense because I'm so fed up with them offensively tonight. But the defense also stinks. They're on pace to get 40 points. I am apoplectic watching this team tackle. Can anybody make a tackle? Can one guy in the team stick his nose in there and make a tackle? I mean, that one play before half with Eckler where he went around the edge, 3 different guys hit him. He was like halfway to the ground and nobody could bother to wrap him up. Can't do it. Can't make a tackle. That's part of it. Number 2, and I know this is a personal preference. Like, this is more my just belief than it is anything else. My God, get out of zone coverage. If you can't cover this team man on man, you quit. Go pick up your shit and go in the locker room and get on the bus. If you can't, I mean, how hard is this? Bracket Keenan Allen and get in man. If they're going to beat you all night in man coverage with Joshua Palmer, DeAndre Carter, and Austin Eckler, then you lose. That's it. They don't have Gerald Everett. They don't have Mike Williams. I mean, you can't bracket Allen and do anything else. And every time they sit in these bullshit zone coverages and they just get picked apart. Look, again, this team is so talented, it wins in spite of itself a lot. And I wouldn't be shocked at all if they do it tonight. But it's maddening the way they play football.
Let's give some positive takes, though. Spagnuolo's done a great job all season long adjusting in the second half. And I think we said it again today. It feels like a boxing match where the first half, he doesn't give a shit if he gets beat up. He'll come out with a better game plan in the second. And that's what I think we're going to see. We've seen it all season long. I don't know what it's going to be. We're seeing some Chris Jones at edge a lot. He's getting pressure. Mike Dana getting pressure, doing a good job switching up on the defensive line. He can't make these guys tackle. At some point,
no. Yeah.
Game plan doesn't matter if you're not tackling.
Yeah, I agree. They've got to be better in the second half defensively, but it really, to me, it comes down to the offense because they had a chance, like Verderam said, to go up 20-10 in this game. And they blew it, and they blew it on the back of play calling. And if they don't come out with Tony out of the game and run with Pacheco and Jerick McKinnon, Pacheco busts off a 30-yard run, and then Andy's like, got to get him out of there, put Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there. I mean, it's just like, it's unbelievable.
If memory serves, like, these run the ball one time since then. They just can't help it. They just can't. By the way, the meme that was sent to me by Tucker is hilarious. Basically, half of the picture is an Uno card that says run the ball more or draw 25. And then the other half of the card is a guy sitting there with 25 cards. It just says Andy Reid. Like, that's perfect. It's beautiful. I'm going to steal that, hopefully with your permission. I am just genuinely to a point, like, I don't want to say anybody's dumb because I don't believe they're dumb. I think the better word is stubborn. How stubborn are you? I mean, I cannot imagine being a coach, any coach, coordinator, head coach, watching this game from the Chiefs' perspective and thinking to yourselves, you know what we need to do? We got nobody at receiver. We're running for 7 yards a clip. Fuck it. Deep ball, Noah Gray. Here it comes. Like, yeah. Who in the world thinks that? Like, it's unbelievable. It is honestly, and God knows, I will give credit before we get back. Mahomes made one of the greatest throws you'll ever see in your life to Jody Fortune on that deep seam route. That throw is insane. But, like, that's what it took for them to complete a ball tonight. Like, that's what it took. And Andy, watching all this transpires, like, that's what we're looking for, boys. That's it. It's just, now we're back. Who the hell knows? We're going to find out, everybody. 30 more minutes either of hell or paradise. Let's see what happens.
We'll be back after the game for the Chiefs post-game show, so make sure you're subscribed to the Arrowhead Addict YouTube channel. Fuck these guys. Second half. We're a second half team. We'll see you after the game. Go Chiefs.